Hey guys, it's Erica. Um, okay, so I'm doing a new video for our infertility struggles that we've had, and this one's a little bit different because this is kind of the end of our journey for a little while. So, sorry, this one's going to be a lot harder than I thought it would be to do. Um, so, Thursday, December 27th, I'm going in for a hysterectomy. So, I'm 32 years old. I've always wanted a baby, always having such a messed up childhood, I guess. I've always wanted a kid just so that I could start over and show that being a parent is not hereditary. And I just, I don't know, I wanted a baby since I was like a teen, and Bobby and I have been married for, over 7 years now, and we've been trying since day one to have a baby, and we've spent over $100,000. I can't even tell you how many tears have been shed, and, pills, shots, 2 rounds of IVF in Greece, and 2 miscarriages, one being just the worst thing I've ever been through. Um, our journey is finally over. Like, it's done. So after Thursday, there's no chance of us ever having our miracle baby. They always talk about, people quit trying, or people adopt, or they foster and then they get pregnant. Well, unfortunately, that will not be us. And, it's funny because after everything we've been through, and it's funny that still every time we have sex, or you still kind of have that a little bit of faith or hope, or whatever it is, that something is going to work out, and then somehow miraculously you're going to end up pregnant. And that is what I'm having a really hard time grasping, is that I have to go in for a hysterectomy, and that will never ever happen. Like, our chance of having a baby, and I knew was always really, really low once I figured out about our blood issue and us not competing, and my low egg quality after a few years of doing infertility stuff. More things just started happening that I knew it was going to be damn near impossible for us to be able to have a baby together. But now, just knowing that that will never, ever, ever happen, it's just gut wrenching. Like, it's really hard to accept and deal with. And, we had stopped trying to have a baby and actively pursuing anything infertility wise. And we're just going to go ahead and move on to adoption. And people keep asking how that's coming along. And I know it's because they care and they genuinely want to know. But I mean, we had so much debt from doing all the other infertility stuff that I had to file for bankruptcy. So it's still going to be like 4 years before we're able to do that. And I have that paid off. And then we'll be comfortable trying to do an adoption, or, foster. Maybe by then we'll be ready to consider that. Um, and at this point, we're probably going to end up adopting an older kid. I don't even know that we would want to want to have a newborn, especially in 4 years. Like, I'll be like 36 going on 37, and Bobby will be pretty well 40. And I know that there's couples that do it when they're older, and that's awesome. But even right now, just running around with my nephew and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how are we supposed to do this? Like, I already feel old. So how are we going to, deal with a newborn? So I don't think that that's going to end up happening. I think we will end up adopting or fostering an older child. It's just, I don't know, it's just still really, really hard kind of giving up on the idea that maybe we could still have a baby together. And you never know, because things like that happen all the time. there's just so many emotions that I have because I'm happy on one end that the doctor was going to allow me to do it without having kids and only being 32 years old. But I was having, 3-month periods and having to have surgeries to make them stop. And I will be so glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. But on the other hand, knowing that we will never have a kid unless we go out and buy one. And I know that sounds really bad, but I mean, that's the truth. Unless we actively pursue going out to find a child or filling out the paperwork, doing the home study, unless we are actively pursuing a child, we will never have a family. I mean, we have a family now, but he and I will never be a family with a child. Um, and so there's just so many things that we're not going to get to experience. And it's really hard to just kind of give up on all that because after so many years of trying, like I had so many ideas of, how we were going to tell our parents and doing some cute video to show them that we were pregnant. And we kind of got to do that once before and then we lost it. So it's like we never get to experience that, just being super excited about it all. Um, I'll never get the chance to experience what it's like to be pregnant and have a little baby inside there and kicking and going through all that all these ladies complain about. And I know everybody's got their problems that they're dealing with, and I'm sure pregnancy, because you're all hormonal and everything. I get it because I was pregnant for a short time, but like it's really hard to hear people complaining about pregnancy, and I'm just like it's killing me to know that I want to have that. So I never get to experience that. We're never gonna, get a baby shower. There'll never be a little mini me or a little mini Bobby running around. Um, it's got my eyes and his smile. And it's really hard to know that that is just never going to happen. Somebody that you love so much and you want to make a family with, it's hard to know that you're never going to have that with them. And that's really hard to accept and know that that's it. There's nothing else that you can do. This is it. So, um, I'm going to keep everybody posted on what happens in after the surgery. And I know that this is the best option. And I know that this is what we should do. This is just not how I saw things going, years ago. That's not at all how I thought it was supposed to go. So I guess you can only have a plan for so long, and you really don't, you know, you don't really have a say in what happens. So anyways, I will keep everybody posted. I will be out of work for at least a week. They said 2 weeks. I'm trying to get back within a week because I'm going to go nuts sitting here all day by myself. And yeah, other than that, I'll keep everybody posted. But thank you, everybody, for supporting us and being there for us. I'm probably going to need that whole week anyways to just sit and cry and kind of process and deal with everything because it's a lot. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for listening and watching as always.